on some chill. We go 0 to 100 real quick. They be on that rap to pay the bills. And I don't feel it, not even a little bit. Oh Lord, know yourself, know your worth. I been Steph Curry with the shot, been with the sauce, Chef Curry with the pop, boy. 360 with the wrist, boy. 0 to 100 real quick. Real quick, real quick.
We've got basketball at Oracle Arena, the home of the Warriors in Oakland, California. Live on 2K Sports. Sit back and enjoy this presentation of NBA basketball on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan. Joining me, Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and courtside Doris Burke. And checking out Utah's opening lineup, the forwards are Hayward and Favors. Shelvin Mack is out there with Hood, and it's Gobert in at the 5. And Hayward gets it to go.
And one thing about Gordon Hayward, he's an excellent playmaker for a small forward. Averaged over 4 assists a game after averaging over 5 the year before. So you've got to love a scorer who is also unselfish.
On defense, the Warriors. It's a 3-point game. Takes the 3. Cannot hit. So Golden State will take it the other way. And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Kevin, I had a chance to catch up with Quinn Snyder. A big factor in this game, he said, is how well they do to contain the young shooter Klay Thompson, saying, Thompson can really give you trouble coming off screens. We got to have all-out energy fighting to stay on his hip, and then we need to pressure on the ball handler to try and delay the pass. Kevin, both jobs are hard.
And as always, Doris, thank you. Green kicks to Bogut, outside Curry. Another miss by Curry. For Utah, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Here's Favors, and he goes in for the dunk.
And Kevin, plays like that are really the reason they've got a nice lead right now. Just a great job on the glass.
And Greg, the jam and the follow gets their whole bench jumping. Clark, look at them. They are really into it.
Yeah, they sure are. That's a little salt in the wound there. I mean, they take a miss and turn it into one of the plays of the game. That hurts.
And Utah has possession after the three-pointer from Stephen Curry. The dish to Mack. Lets the 3 fly. Rebounded by Bogut.
Boy, that's a surprising miss right there. He usually feasts on those wide-open opportunities.
Curry, good.
And a really good way to start the game. He's a guy who, if he gets it going early, he's going to give you problems.
And Mack kicks to Gobert. Gobert, the screen. The pass to Hood. Dishes it to Gobert. At the top of the key, Hayward. It's good. It's his second basket. He's shooting 2 for 4.
Offensively, he can be the engine that drives them at any given time. Boy, I tell you, the Warriors did something that no other team had ever done before. They ended the regular season ranked first in field goal percentage and field goal percentage defense. Essentially, they were the best offensive and defensive team in the league.
Remarks. And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Old school D right there, just telling them no easy layups. It's as simple as that. And that's what you expect from them.
So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe. Last season for the Warriors really dominated from beginning to end to lead the league and break both offensive and defensive efficiency.
And Kevin, a lot of people knew the Warriors were good at offense. I mean, but they've been equally as good defensively over the past few seasons, kind of flying under the radar for whatever reason. Not the case going forward.
Now here's Hayward after the miss from Stephen Curry. Hayward goes in, pass to Favors. The basket good off the assist from Hayward. Favors got 5 now.
Defensively, that possession better not start a trend because they just handed him 2 points.
And Thompson kicks to Green. To the left side wing. Curry gets the bucket. 8 points for him.
Defender there in the neighborhood, but not quite close enough. Good shot.
Mack the pass to Gobert. Here's Hood. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. And here we go with Thompson running it up the court. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot two.
And how about Harrison Barnes, the Black Falcon? I mean, he was a high school phenom in Ames, Iowa, and a lottery pick back in 2012 after 2 seasons at Carolina. Remember also in high school, he was a teammate of Dougie McBuckets.
Catching up on the changes for Golden State. Spates checked in for Bogut. Rush comes in for Green. Ian Clark's checked in for Klay Thompson. And it's Livingston in for Curry. Warriors trail by 4. Harrison Barnes, of course, went to North Carolina, grew up as a huge fan of former Tar Heel Michael Jordan.
Yeah, you know, interesting, his mother started taping Jordan's games on the VCR years before he was born. His given name, Harrison Bryson Jordan Barnes. How about that for a factoid?
I didn't know that.
Nor did I.
Anderson Varejau's checked in for Barnes. And there's a minute 45 left to play here in the first. And Rush kicks to Livingston. Golden State moving it around. Unloads. And that one goes long.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
And it's a defensive 3-second violation. The Jazz have converted 1 of 2 free throws so far today.
And it's been an issue for them as it was last year. Only 72% from the line.
Yeah, as a group, really a dismal year for them from the line last season, guys.
.127 left to play in the first quarter. And that one's good. Johnson's got his first bucket in this one.
Took advantage of some shoddy defense there. They've got to at least get a finger on it.
And Varejao kicks to Rush. Inside. Unloads. Here's Spates. And the layup is good.
The tenacity on that interior. Just battling, bringing that effort and will for second chance points.
And a first time out of the game called for Utah.
And Maurice Spates last season with the best year of his career. I mean, he shot the cover off the ball and did a nice job on the boards as well.
.55 seconds left in the first. Shots good by Lyles.
You know, of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is major smash mouth basketball, guys.
All about imposing your will offensively, getting exactly the kind of looks their coach drew up.
Rush with the steal. Here's Clark, and the shot is good.
You know, it's a plus to get good looks in the paint, and when you can get them, you got to score them.
Pass to Booker. Johnson the screen. Ingles dishes to Booker. The Warriors pull it in.
You know what? His finishing ability, not really at the level that you would expect from a pro, but he's going to have to start playing with more force. And really just led him to his sweet spot for that finish.
Passes it to Johnson. Beyond the arc. Can't hit. Gets it off. No good on that last second attempt there. And Steph Curry, a player within the gym range, told us about his comfort stretching.
Anywhere 5-6 feet outside that three-point line, if I have a dribble, if I catch and shoot, if I have a good look, I think Coach.
I was going to say, Greg, how big must that hoop look to Steph Curry? And tough to guard might be the understatement of the day.
I mean, he is just an insanely great shooter. I mean, arguably, I don't think there's an argument. He's the best shooter in the world. The argument is whether or not he's the best shooter ever. And listen, I can imagine there's very few times that Coach Curry is not going to allow this Splash brother to let her rip.
Well, up to this point, a closely contested game as we start the second quarter. What do you guys think about the Jazz here in this one?
Anytime you can get to the rim consistently early in the game, it allows you to get into a good rhythm offensively.
It really does. I mean, it's a lot easier to get buckets inside. That's elementary, and they've done that through one.
On the floor for Utah, getting going here in the second quarter. Favors and Gobert, the shot-blocking duo inside. Hood out there with Shelvin Mack, and it's Hayward in at the 3 slot. Over in the corner, Barnes. Green inside the 3-point line. No good. Great D that time from Favors.
And guys, one thing that we were treated with last year was Steve Kerr's great quotability in post-game interviews and pressers. He said all the right things and deflected praise like a coach who had done it for many years.
Kicks to Green and stolen by Favors. Hayward outside, plenty of space, and the shot falls short this time.
When he's wide open like that, he'll rarely miss those.
Green passes to Barnes. And Curry the bucket on the assist by Bogut. And that's 13 points for Steph Curry. And Curry is so good with the media because, Greg, he was a media member himself for so long. You know that as well as anybody. Clark, I don't think he ever tried his hand at broadcasting, though. I can't see him doing that, could you?
Yeah, right,
No.
Right. He probably just drone on as a broadcaster and would rarely contribute anything of note. Some guys have what it takes to call games, and Steve just doesn't quite scratch me as that kind of guy.
No. 3-on-3. Here's Hayward. Warriors with the rebound.
This shot's just, it's not there right now. With his team leading, perhaps, let's focus on some other areas of the game.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Great ball movement.
Here's Mack, guarded by Kerr. Feeds to Gobert. He kicks it to Hayward. Nice ball movement by Utah. Mack. They get the rebound. Here's Hood. Good D by Thompson.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Bogut kicks to Barnes. It's tipped and stolen by Hood. He dishes it to Mack. A shot by Hayward, wide open. The Jazz again can't hit it.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
I certainly do. I like to see guys do their work inside. Their rebounding has been excellent, and that's always important in a close game.
And when you look at Draymond Green, he's not a guy who will wow you with his numbers or his athleticism, Clark. He brings a lot of intangibles, though, and I remember talking early in his career with Tom Izzo at Michigan State saying those exact things, that he gives you so much more than just what you see.
And his current coach and our former partner, Steve Kerr, raves about him. He's the heart and soul of the Warriors, in Steve's words.
Utah's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Hood kicks to Mack. Gobert with a screen on Kerr. Mack dishes to Favors. Here's Hood, covered by Barnes. 4 on the shot clock. No coverage that time. Hood's got it all tied up now for Utah.
And I really feel like he just wanted us to see that leaner there. That's a shot he's very comfortable with.
Here's Mack. Favors with the screen. Mack, the pass to Hayward. Here's Hood. He's covered by Thompson. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
And the idea of setting a screen on that play was right, but just poor execution.
Yeah, it just can't be a hard screen at all costs. There is a legality to how you set a screen, so you've got to be inside of both lines, legal and hard.
Leandro Barbosa, he's checked in for Harrison Barnes. Trey Burke's checked in for the Jazz. Gobert with a screen on Bogut. Off the pick. And Thompson sends it back. But he gets it back. And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
And that's foul number 2. And maybe you don't sit him at this point, but you really have to be careful to not pick up another before half.
Different look here for the Warriors. Anderson Varejau's checked in for Bogut. Spates comes in for Green. Brandon Rush, he's checked in for Thompson. And Ian Clark subbed in for Curry. So Utah going with an almost entirely new group here. Lyles checked in for Rudy Gobert. Booker comes in for Derek Favors. Joe Ingles is checked in for Gordon Hayward. And Chris Johnson subbed in for Hood.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Now here's Burke. D right on him. That's tipped. There's 47 seconds left in the first half. Barbosa gets the bucket.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
10 straight points off assists. That's very impressive, and it also makes the game easy and fun to watch.
Johnson, the pass to Lyles. Clark Lyles, one of the many great players to come out of Kentucky and be eligible for this draft. He didn't wow as much as his teammates. I'm telling you what, he can play.
He's got a lot of game. He's actually one of my sleepers, Kevin, because he can do everything well. He can handle it. He goes both ways. He can shoot it. He defends. Really good IQ. I like this guy as being a surprise producer as an NBA player.
And the Warriors making a change here. Livingston's checked in. No good from space.
The fadeaway was the right shot there because it got his attempt away from the defender, but the touch was poor.
And really no choice but to lunge for that pass to make sure it didn't get through.
Yeah, and that was important. Probably would have been a quick 2 points if he doesn't get a hand on it and knock it out of bounds.
Now here's Burke. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. The Jazz shooting their 6th and 7th free throws in the game. Now the free throw is good, now leading by 1. Burke hits them both. Here's Varejao. Great D on that shot, and it's off the mark. And the first half comes to a close. We've got a close game going on here. It's the Jazz leading by...
Yes, Kevin.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. Ernie Johnson here, joined by Shaquille O'Neal. Right out of the gates, it was Utah setting the tone. Their lead at one point was up to 7, and they had some real nice momentum going. By the end of the first quarter, they ended up with a 9-point margin. In the second period, they lost some momentum, but fought their way through it, ending the half ahead by 2. And, Kenny, what'd you see out there from the Jazz?
Well, the reserves really came through when they needed a spark. This is a close game. Any points you can get from your bench are huge. I thought the bench guys came in and inserted themselves like they wanted a starting spot. And that's what you want. Subs who are ready to produce the moment they step on the floor.
And that's going to do it for now as the second half is almost ready to get started. Back to Kevin.
And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first 2 quarters. Really an incredible game from Stephen Curry.
And he just went off in those first 2 quarters, guys. He's capable of doing that on a consistent basis as well. So we might see some changes from a defensive standpoint as they try to disrupt his rhythm in the second half.
You know, guys, I think you've got to make some sort of change. I mean, they can't let him continue to torch him up like he has been.
The defensive stalwarts, Green and Bogut, are down low. The Splash Brothers are the guards. And it's Barnes in at the small forward position. That's Steve Kerr's 5 as we get into the second half.
Superb assist there. He played the role of the maestro on that one.
And Mack kicks to Favors. The feed to Mack. Gobert the screen. And he uses the glass on the layup.
Really, the defense is helpless to stop a layup right there. Just too much of an advantage in terms of the mismatch.
There's the dish to Curry. Again, Curry missing. Well, what a second half of the season it was for the Jazz. After the All-Star break, they went on a rampage.
And the catalyst for that was the defense. I mean, very few opponents got to triple digits against the Jazz after the All-Star break.
3 for 3, and that's always a good way to start the second half. And for the Jazz and their defense post-All-Star break, it helped them in their big second half run. How about a 422 field goal percentage against after the break?
And the Jazz call time here.
And, you know, you were talking about the field goal percentage against for the Jazz. It was the third best in the league after the All-Star break. That's field goal percentage defense. They allowed the fewest points in the NBA after the break as well.
And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Hey, Kevin, I was able to listen in on what Quinn Snyder was going over with his team. He told the team he wanted their offense to run through Favors. Coach emphasized getting him as many touches as possible, saying he is going to be one of the guys to carry us the rest of the way. He also told them that he wants to see multiple passes on every possession. He said that was the key to getting the best shot each time down. There's still plenty of basketball left to play, and as we watch how these adjustments play out, Kev, it'll be interesting.
Thank you, Doris. Favors with a screen on Curry. For three. Mack, no luck. Warriors trail by 4. And stolen by Favors. And now running it up the court. Mack pushing it up. And Hayward with the stuff.
Well, they weren't going to pass up that chance to get out and run following the steal.
They better not. I mean, they've got to pad their lead anytime an opportunity presents itself, and that was a golden.
And the Warriors making a change here. Barbosa's checked in. The Warriors have gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. And in an era where so many guys take the money and run, Gordon Hayward did the best he could to live up to his new contract. Clark last year, a 4-year max deal signed heading into last season.
Yeah, and the way max contracts work nowadays, even the upper mid-tier guys are getting them. A trend that will probably continue, at least in the near future. I don't like it, though. There are only a small number of guys that are really max contract players in the NBA.
And for the Warriors, they're shooting at a decent 44% clip here. And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. Great opportunity for a three-point play. The Warriors have missed both free throws they've attempted tonight. It was the season of destiny, and the Warriors certainly followed through. Clark, the best team in the league all year, and they finished the job beating the Cavs in the finals.
And they were on a mission from the get-go. They would become another team to win 65 games or more and win the finals. Impressive work.
Barnes dishes to Green. Here's Thompson. His first attempt of the game finds the target. Thompson's got his first bucket in this one. Jazz leading by 4. And Mack kicks to Gobert. Hayward passes to Hood. Gobert the screen. And there's the call on Klay Thompson. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Putting you in. And for the Warriors, they had tough opponents the whole way. I mean, the Pelicans, Grizzlies, and Rockets, they all put up fights. The Cavs in the finals were just as tough with LeBron, but the Warriors found a way to come through.
Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. Spates checked in for Barnes. Rush comes in for Thompson. And Ian Clark subbed in for Curry. And he gets it to go. And the Jazz lead by 6.
It's as if the defense just let him go.
He'll thank them for that because he got a chance to perform a little razzle-dazzle on that one. And for the Warriors, it had been nearly 40 years, guys, since the franchise made it to the finals. They had a lot of pressure on them to win and finish things off, but they got it done and did it in emphatic fashion, winning on the road. The title solidified them as one of the all-time outstanding teams in NBA history.
And Booker kicks to Hayward. There's 1:26 left in the third quarter. Clock at 6. And he throws it down hard with one hand.
Ooh, that's as forceful a finish as you're ever going to see out of this guy.
Well, gee, it adds now to their lead in spectacular fashion.
And, you know, that lead's only going to grow if they're not prepared to defend a little more staunchly than that.
Burke, the pass to Lyles. Johnson, a wide open look. The basket good off the assist from Hayward. Hayward's got 3 assists in the game. Dishes to Barbosa. They need this. No good off the front iron.
He operates well in traffic, but still, that's just a tough play to finish.
Inside, Here's Lyles. An amazing finish with a hand right in his face. Lyles got 6 points.
And with their hot shooting here in the second half, their field goal percentage over 50% now for the game.
Yeah, it's not a surprise then to see them out in front the way they've been efficient offensively in this half and actually throughout the entire game.
Now here's Burke, guarded closely. He feeds it to Johnson. The 10-footer. Here's Booker. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a three-point play.
And guys, that kind of sums it up right there. I mean, one team getting after it, hustling the rebounds, the putbacks. The other team just a step.
Oracle Arena, let's keep it going for your Warriors girls.
Welcome back. Fourth quarter action starting up in what has been a one-sided show. Utah leading by 13, and Utah looking at who they've got to start the fourth quarter. Favors and Gobert, the shot-blocking duo inside. Shelvin Mack is out there with Hood, and it's Ingles in at small forward. Hood dishes to Gobert. Can't hit, and it's the Warriors taking it the other way. And Verajao kicks to Curry. And now Utah, fast break. Ingles passes to Hood, and there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. They get Stephen Curry. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for Utah.
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. There's been an attack mode on the defensive end.
They've been firing on all cylinders in the transition game, too. I mean, they've really run the break well.
Barnes, he's checked in for the Warriors. From 17 feet out, it's deflected. And Verajao kicks to Bogut. From downtown, Derek Favors with the rebound.
And still looking for his first triple of the second half. He had 3 at halftime.
Hood dishes to Mack. It's good from long range.
Just too dangerous of a shooter to leave alone from beyond the arc.
Outside Curry. Another miss by Curry.
And if the shot's not there, you've got to understand that. Move the basketball.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm not quite sure what his mindset or what he was thinking there. I mean, that was just a terrible shot.
And the basket by Ingles.
What a big-time mismatch it's been in the post. Where's the defensive adjustment? They're getting housed down there.
Yeah, something's got to change. A double team, maybe a substitution, but this is getting out of hand.
Green, he's checked in for the Warriors. And Utah also making a switch. Gordon Hayward's checked in for Joe Ingles. On its way from Curry for 2. And again, it's the Warriors missing.
He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period.
Green with the block. And Thompson kicks to Barnes. And there's Stephen Curry on the assist by Barnes. And that's 19 points for Steph Curry.
Great hustle to turn the block shot into a fast break hoop. That's a big-time play.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
Gobert, the pass to Hood. Shot clock at 5. Favors with a wide-open look. Again, Favors missing. Warriors trail by 18. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones, a long time without a basket.
They got to find something, you're right.
And they definitely have the edge in those fast breaks. Points.
Greg, they sure have. I mean, maybe it hasn't helped put them in front, but they're clearly better off playing up-tempo basketball.
Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation.
And really, he played mistake-free basketball up to that point. That's the only time he's turned it over so far.
Curry setting the pick for Green. Thompson, and he banks in the layup.
And that's why it's so important to really be a good screening team. You get a lot of open looks from it.
Last season, Draymond Green taking over the starting power forward role in Golden State. Last season, David Lee was injured, remember, in preseason. Green was inserted, and he's been terrific ever since.
Absolutely superb. A former second-round pick, his emergence has fueled this team's rise to greatness.
And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Quinn Snyder was saying to his team. It was clear what message he was trying to get across. He said, this lead isn't big enough that we're safe. Not by a long shot. I don't want us sitting back and milking the clock. Play to win. Show some aggression. Guys?
Always great to hear from you, Doris. Here's Favors. That three off the mark.
And I really have always felt Draymond Green was one of those unique players. I mean, he kind of a tweener in terms of that small forward, power forward at only 6'7". But he's got toughness. The long arms enable him to defend bigger guys. And also the basketball IQ. You can never discount the importance of understanding what you're doing when you're on the floor.
That's his second personal foul.
First free throw is good.
And with Draymond Green, he can defend inside. He can cover on the perimeter. I mean, his versatility at both ends of the floor also a huge asset. And you can't have a higher basketball IQ than he does. It really helps him excel at all facets of the game.
Here's Mack, and it's blocked by Curry. And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. Jazz leading by 9. Here's Hood. Lets it fly from 18. Whistle blows. Yep, that's going to be a travel. And the Warriors with possession here. Thompson with it. Outside Curry. The pass to Bogut. Power down with both hands.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
Pass to Hayward. It's stolen by Green. Here's Curry. And he gets it to go. Now just a 5-point Utah lead. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the Warriors.
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ball game.
Yeah, but they've also done a great job of playing in space, getting out in transition every opportunity.
Timeout called the Warriors. They trail by 5. 1:46 left in the fourth quarter of this one. .146 left in the fourth. Pass to Thompson. Back to Curry. This one for 3. That's in. Coming off the assist from Thompson. Thompson's got his 7th assist in the game. Utah has gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession. Timeout called the Warriors. They're losing by 2. 1:35 left here in the fourth quarter. Here's Curry. Pass to Thompson. Outside for Curry. And it's Barnes smacking it down.
He is an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
You know, he picks the simple one-handed stuff to get the 2 points.
Yeah, and in a close game, though, guys, those could be really important points. Well, not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding, and they're piling up the assists.
Another miss by Utah.
It would have been something to see if he could hit that shot from that deep.
Greg, you know it. I know it. There aren't very many guys that can hit from out there. But he is one of them. That's the kind of range he has.
And And even though he missed that, you have to take those shots when you get the opportunity.
Exactly. They don't come much better or easier than that.
Thompson in the corner. And, oh, he just jams it right over Derek Favors. Wow!
And, guys, you don't think this fella can do some major damage if he gets an opening to the rim.
They just learned that lesson the hard way. They better put a little bit more effort into their D the next time down.
Big time play at the basket right there, fellas.
Special thanks to Kia for that sweet Kia Slam Cam replay. And so he drops them both. It's a 6-point ball game.
And as long as they can keep doing that kind of work at the foul line, this lead will be safe.
And the Jazz call time here. They're down by 6. We've got 28 seconds left in the fourth quarter. We've got 28 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Gobert with a screen on Curry. Here's Hood. Kept alive. Looking to end the drought. Count it!
And, you know, it's one thing to get the offensive rebound, but then how about the loud bucket he's able to convert?
He was in perfect position under the hoop break. You're right. Once he gets his hands on the miss.
That's exactly why it's important to work hard on the offensive glass, fellas, for chances just like that.
He's able to hit the second one, and that puts them up by 5. Utah calls timeout. They're trailing by 5. 16 seconds left in the game. What's your take, guys?
You know what? It isn't over yet. A quick score and a foul?
And perhaps a few missed free throws, and they're right back in it. So it all has to happen fast, but it could happen.
The 3 ball. Mack, no luck, and now they decide to foul intentionally.
No choice but to foul there, but he's probably the last guy you want to see on the line.
But there was no time really to be selective. Stopping the clock was the priority.
So we can't get either to fall. Utah calls timeout. They're behind by 5. 8 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
You know, and not only do you want to draw up a score here, but it's got to be a quick one.
Yeah, it has to be quick. They've got to convert, and then there has to be an immediate foul.
So we see the Warriors get the win here. It was up for grabs right until the final seconds clock.
You know what? They showed their character in crunch time, though, doing what had to be done to send these fans home happy.
And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Congratulations on this win tonight, Stephen, and tell us a little bit about the driving philosophy behind how this team strives to be the most cohesive unit possible.
To me, it's a commitment. We know that that's going to put us in a good position to win every single night. Is if we bring the effort, multiple efforts at each possession, where you might get